Well, thanks for joining us for our latest lesson on Passover, not Easter. Now, this is going to be a longer lesson. We have a lot of slides I want to go through with you. I want to share a lot more information with you. And the big thing with this, Ethan, that I wanted to make sure when we were kind of putting this together is that, we get the information across without having people drink from the fire hose, right? Because there is, I'm trying to condense over a decade's worth of information into a relatively short teaching.
Yeah.
So what I'm hoping to do with this lesson, and you may need to come back to this lesson because, it'll be a longer one, is to give you the basics to get you pointed in the right direction so that you can do your own further study. So that's our objective with this session right here. So the first thing I want to do is lay the foundation. 2 Timothy 3:16. All Scripture is God-breathed, and it is good and profitable for teaching, reproof, correction, and training in all righteousness. Now, this is Paul speaking to Timothy, right? And most of us understand that. Paul wrote a letter to Timothy, and he said, all Scripture is breathed out by God and profitable. What Scripture was Paul talking about? Was it this?
Well, he means like all Old Testament and New Testament.
And you would think that. And that's where most people get confused because remember, do you believe that Paul thought the letter he was writing to Timothy would be Scripture?
That's true, yeah. So he was talking about all the Old Testament.
Right.
Because that was the only thing back then.
That was it. So at the time that this letter was being written, Paul only knew of one Scripture.
Yeah.
And that was what we call the Old Testament. So when Paul is referring to all Scripture, he means only the Old Testament. He did not mean the letter to Timothy at all.
Yeah.